Hi, welcome. Welcome aboard the Ascendant. So I'm going to give you a little tour around. After I've made the purchases, genomics, Pioneer. So I just got the Vista Genomics and Pioneer supplies, and I want to see how things look inside the Squadron Carrier. So obviously we have this massive safe. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Look at me. Look at me. They must have done something to his brain. Alright. So you have this massive safe, which does nothing except look intimidating. There's our emblem. And nothing really has changed. So we have 2 extra slots here. 1, not 2. Right? This one is just bare wall. If you've seen, excuse me, if you've seen previous video, you know.
You in the market for a new weapon?
I was actually, I want to see what I can steal. You don't care?
I've got the best stock in the system.
That's what they all say.
Always a good idea to stock up.
Even though I have e-breaches allowed, it's not allowed in the system. So that's why you can't buy e-breaches in this system. So I have
None of these guns will let you down.
all the weapons, but they're all tier 1, right? And
I'll be here if you change your mind.
why did I want to show you this? It's important because
I've got the best stock in the system.
You can actually upgrade.
Okay, let's take a look.
You can upgrade your suits here. So I got some suits. I have this 3. So I'm looking for four, right? 4 suit schematic, health monitor, manufacturing instruction, cargo fire pivoting, graphene. Okay, so I know I have possibility upgrade here, right?
Maybe next time.
Now, in the bank itself, I showed you earlier in the Squadron Bank, one of the options is personal assets. Well, just on 3 characters, I dumped stuff here, and if you notice, I have a lot of things to be able to upgrade the suits, while the 3 characters have nothing in their banks, including ship, including fleet carrier. What does this give me? It gives me the freedom to loot, so I can go and do raids and keep looting. Alright, server suspended. To what? Okay. So we got Pioneer Supplies. And here is Vista Genomics. Okay. Wonderful. Total cost $26 million a week. What are you guys doing? Your hands are making gestures, but your mouth is not moving. I'm your captain. Say something. Yeah. Okay. So let's keep going. Of course, this is this here. And here's another lifeless individual. Yep. We have the concourse, just like normal fleet carrier. There's still one spot able to build, so we're missing the bar. Okay. And here is our office, but it has kind of a briefing room and this lifeless drug addict. Hey, wake up. Wake up. Nope. He doesn't want to wake up. So you can do briefings here. Anyway, nothing's really changed with the the purchase of Vista Genomics and Pioneer Supplies. We do have one spot available. What would be nice is if this area had engineers or maybe people you can buy tech from, right? They'd just be standing around like NPCs. Maybe you could have an area here, right? Okay. But otherwise, that's all there is. So what that alleviates is your space in the bank. I'll show you. My backpack is zeroed out. My ship is zeroed out. And so is my fleet carrier. So my storage now just has consumables, right? Assets 0. Goods. I do have some power regulators. I keep them open if I do find a civil unrest area or civil war. Most of these settlements are going to be offline, so I have a power regulator to turn things on, and I can freely go about looting. And data, I have power tracker malware and power injection malware to do some stuff at the settlements, but otherwise it's empty, right? That includes my ship. It includes my fleet carrier. So I can do a lot with that. Okay. Now I want to send this carrier somewhere. I've loaded it up with some tritium. She is a beauty. And I love my emblem. I really love it. Okay. So bank, I don't know why they couldn't do that with the fleet carrier, right? So bank capacity. I've already added 3 of my accounts. I've added uh, all the ingredients, right? Odyssey ingredients, and it hasn't even touched the bank. Why can we have that with the fleet carrier? Why do we have to wait for this? What I really want to see is the other things, the Horizon stuff. While this is great, I want to see one here where I can transfer raw materials, manufactured materials, and encoded materials. That would be fantastic. It wouldn't be big deal to do that, I don't think. I don't think people are going to use the I don't think people are going to use the ship. I mean, if you have the money, why borrow somebody else's ship? Just take $1 billion from the bank and go make your own ship. And that's all there is to it. Commodities, the only thing I'd probably store here would be tritium and maybe some Thargoid stuff that I grab from settlements. But otherwise, what do you use commodities for? But the most important one is the personal asset. That's what I like the most. Okay, so finally Odyssey got some love. Let's send this baby somewhere. Again, you can join my guild, my squadron. Check me out. The squadron call sign is DRKK. Okay, where is this? Where do I want to send it? Okay. Thank God she's not stuck. Okay. It's a little bit far. I'm telling you, I've never seen so many stars colonized. It's pretty good. Gives you something to do when you're tired of raiding and tired of killing, tired of mining. Okay. So, fully loaded, 26 million per week. You still got a ton of cargo. I don't know what you would use it for. I used the Odyssey materials, and so I can empty out my fleet carrier, my ship, and I can keep looting, which I enjoy the most. Looting is the best. Now, let's see how much your cargo capacity would change. So we should have gotten the cargo, engineered cargo racks, which by the way was a great suggestion. I did suggest it. I said, why not make them Mach 2? Why not make them engineered? You engineer everything else, right? But this is by far the best community go out of this. I've never seen so many people participate. I didn't even think there were that many accounts. I myself have 7 accounts, but I don't think everybody has a lot of accounts. In any case, I've seen some of the numbers that they did for the community goal. Some of them transported millions of tons. How do you do that? It's like 1,000 runs. Talk about grinding. Do I believe in grinding? Yes. Grinding is important. It resets brain cells, resets your mindset. So why am I actually videotaping and not going live? OBS is not working for me. I don't know what's wrong with it. I've tried to fix it several times. I've tried testing the stream. It's not working. But I can record. I just can't stream. Which is okay because not many people showed up, but some people showed up for the stream, but it crashed. So I'll be recording and giving you guys my videos on the channel. One more thing I want to do for this video is see how much my cargo capacity changes after I add those 2 fresh new engineered cargo racks. I do have 4. They're pretty cheap about it. They should have done more. Okay. I really do think they should put tech brokers, material traders, engineers on the fleet carrier. Why not? To do everything in one place. You don't have to fly through the whole galaxy to find these guys. Alright, let's take a look. And before I traveled out here, I called, let's see, 6, replace, and 6. Okay. Equip. Okay, I didn't like that. Why does it say 64? It's pre-engineered. It should say more. Okay, 32. Okay. Let's see. How's that change? It did 1265. So it only changed it by 33. By 33. Let me see. Can I add Big test. Let me see if I can add the other two pre-engineered. Does it allow me to add the other two? It does. Okay. Okay, so I added 2 5s and 2 6s, right? Let's take a look. 1298. So I was 1232. Now I'm 1298. So those 4 cargo racks added 66. 66. More space, which I don't mind. Okay. That's not bad. I wish I had more though. I really do. I really wish I had more. Now you're probably wondering, why don't you change out the why don't you change out the other stuff? I can't effectively land the ship. And I do like Super Cruise Assist. So far gave us 66 extra. That's not bad. Okay. $12.98. Not bad. If I swapped out the other ones, I'd be over 13. That's not bad.
Ship released. You have liftoff. You have now departed the no-fire zone. Take care out there, Commander.
So I have a ship here, but I want to dock because I want to do that transfer trick. The transfer trick you're talking about? Well, basically, I have one ship on the surface, one in the fleet carrier, and I escape pod to the surface, eliminating the need to fly down like I'm flying right now. Wastes about 3-4 minutes. I eliminate the 3-4 minutes, which is done instantaneously, and I can transport faster. So I still got, in that system that I set the fleet carrier to, I still got a lot of colonization to do. I'm trying to form a hub where people can get their materials, including CMM. So right now I'm building a surface settlement, big one, tier 3. And I've been working on it for about 2 weeks by myself. But once completed, it'll have CMM composites. So that's a good thing because I'll be able to have everything in that one system. You'll have all the essential things there, including in the next system over, there'll be the high-tech stuff and the agriculture. So you'll be able to get everything in one place. But it's like 500 light years out, so it forms a hub way out there.
Landing permission denied. Your ship is currently out of range. Landing permitted. Make your way to landing pad 10. Automated approach authorized. All clear, Commander.
So basically the way you do this trick is you land your ship, so it'll have a point of origin, a point of reference where your escape pod can go. And if you notice, the fleet carriers have the escape pod by the bridge. So what you want to do is take the escape pod, eliminating one, eliminating one transport. Not flying down. Then you recall the other ship. It is expensive to recall the ship because it costs you every time, but you make it up with the sale of the stuff once you're out in the colonies. And in my area, my hub, the actual materials are a lot cheaper than they are in the hub,
Ship is on deck. Clear to offload.
So you make a lot more money
Repair and
off the
refuel services
transfer.
are available at this
Trade.
facility, Commander.
Okay. So now I'm gonna buy CMMs. Why don't I buy from the brewer ships? Well, $12.98, 66 extra. That makes me very happy.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Okay. So now I have a point of reference when I shoot off in the escape pod from the ship. I'll come right back here, and there's already a ship here. Because I called it last time.
Detach sequence complete. Begin climb sequence.
Saves about 6 minutes. It takes 5 minutes to actually transport 1200, so multiply that in an hour, and you can fill up your fleet carrier in about an hour and a half completely.
Frameshift drive charging.
You have cleared the port perimeter.
Now the hub that I'm building is going to be pretty close to that because I won't need the fleet carrier as much. I already used it that way. I plan on building 3 hubs out there, about 500 light years out, because it looks like the bubble keeps moving, but people still are using fleet carriers to transport materials. So. The location. Fleet carrier. Okay. So the remaining materials I need is CMMs, aluminum, and steel. I'm almost done with titanium. About 150,000 tons I think I have left. Yeah, but about 150,000 tons. So all the small stuff I got rid of first. It's annoying. So I did the annoying one first. And since I have an orbital station, the Vanguard actually gives me metals.
Thank you for visiting our carrier. We hope you find what you're looking for. Access granted. Please follow standard docking protocols, Commander. Docking request confirmed. Assisted approach is go.
Only thing left is CMMs. Once the CMMs is taken care of, that's that. So where am I building the orbital station? As soon as I step ashore. The tier 3
Landing gear
city,
deployed.
ground city. So I found a big system out there. And like I said, I'm trying to build a bridge between one highway and another that have been built by the players. So here in Pipe Stem Sector SUOB61, this system has a lot of locations that you can build. Okay, a little slow. So on this planet, right, I got a possibility of 2 and 6. So I'm building a refinery, and I'm building the city. They're pretty close together, right? That's Draxter's Forge, and the refinery's already finished. Hayes Hub, okay. This planet is a high metal content world, so it would have been better if I was going to build maybe extraction hubs. I will have an extraction hub and industrial hub, but more refineries. So I'll build maybe 2 more refineries, 1 industrial, 1 extraction, to feed Draxter's Forge. So there'll be 3 economies on this planet. Or maybe I just limit it to industrial
Incoming
and
message.
hub. The industrial and the refinery. I'm not sure yet. I don't know how, if you added that many, if it's going to affect the economy of the refinery. How it's going to affect it. So I have this hub, and here is the Draxter Smelting Works, which allows me to feed this construction and any other construction I have in the system. Like here, right, I got these orbital constructions going on. I forgot what they are. Let me see. One is there's a terminal. I think they're technical. They're tech. I'm not exactly sure. In any case, and down here I have some agricultural on this one. Okay. But I plan to make this the hub. So this way I can build out from there. Okay. Okay, so now I'm on the ship. What I want to do is dump my inventory. Right? And then take escape pod to the planet.
No gravity. Magnetic contact
So you can put
detected.
more than one of those pre-engineered cargo racks in your ship. You don't have to be. It doesn't have to be just one. It could be. It could be all of them actually. So if you do in the future, you're able to engineer them. You can have all of them engineered, so you can increase the cargo even more. All right. And I'm dead. Actually, if it crashes, it'll say in the loading screen, it'll say you are dead. So and I'm here. Voila, magic. Next step is to make sure I have my ship and then recall the other one. Alright?
Welcome to Interastra. No matter what business you're... I'm here if you have any questions.
What is the purpose of life? That's my biggest question. Okay, so the Long Rider, no picture, sorry. The Long Rider's gonna be my ship here, and I'm gonna retrieve the one transferred to this location when I was using before.
It's been a pleasure. Fly safe.
And as soon as I see the message, I can board her and get more materials. And here we go. Easy peasy. So what you get from this video, basically Odyssey materials, you can pack up Odyssey materials on that on the squadron carrier, right? That's a good thing, because if you have alt accounts and you want to build your suit, you can grab those Odyssey materials from there. If you have teammates that need suits and you're trying to trade, you don't have to do it on surface. Like normally before this, you'd have to go to a planet on surface, find each other, and trade those materials on surface, right? You couldn't trade them, or you'd have to buy them from ships at exorbitant prices. Now you don't have to do that anymore. Everything's on the fleet carrier. It eliminates the trading and the selling of them, because if you can do it among people, now you can trade within your squadron. So a squadron of 500-600 people doing Odyssey materials, the bank would be very quickly loaded up, full. Anyway, so you saw my trick. Now all I have to do is load up the ship. This one only has 1,232 for cargo. All that work for just 66 extra cargo hold.
Hold at maximum capacity.
Okay, so now I'll go up to the ship and load up the ship again. That's been my video. Good luck to you guys. You have two things you learned in this video. The method that I use to actually I'm sure most of you know it already, but this is by far very fast. In a couple hours I could load up the fleet carrier and I could be on my way full of CMM composites, and I need a lot. I mean, I'm talking a lot. It's more than this fleet carrier can carry. Alright, that's all for me. 07 Commanders.